And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Williams is out there with Zeller. Then it's Lee. Then there's Batum. And it's Walker in at the point guard. Williams a screen on Johnson. Batum attacking. Back to Williams. And Walker kicks to Lee. The shot no good. And Miami the other way now.
And guys, Courtney Lee now having completed 7 full seasons, very much the same guy now as he was entering the league. A 3-and-D prototype who will most likely never be a plus playmaker.
And so at that time from Walker.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Wade. Back to Dang. Passes to Whiteside. Shoots from 14, and that one's good.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Here's Walker. Picked by Zeller. Williams a screen on Dragic. Walker the pass to Williams. It's stolen by Dang. Dragic against Walker. Dragic dishes to Wade. That's short off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Dang against Williams. Miami grabs the miss. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Wade kicks to Dang. Dragic against Batum. Outside Dragic. 4 on the clock. Inside. Whiteside. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It goes on Cody Zeller.
Boy, last season Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt, and it's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
And both free throws good for Lee.
And you know the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in blocked shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Now here's Whiteside. Zeller grabs the board.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Lee with the ball. Outside, Walker. Down low. It's tipped and stolen by Whiteside. It's Dragic with the drive. Dishes to Whiteside. Johnson, the pass to Wade. Five to shoot. 16 feet away. Again, the miss by the Heat. Charlotte trailing. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Steve Clifford had a few moments to share with me. The phrase superstar gets tossed around the league a lot these days, but that is how he described Dwayne Wade. He said that D. Wade's the guy we'll be giving the most attention to because he can function either as a playmaker or a scorer, saying no matter what he chooses to do, he can hurt you. We have to be ready for everything. Easier said than done, guys.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Now, here's Walker after the miss from Joe Johnson. Walker dishes to Batum, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Pick by Williams. 5 on the clock. Lee kicks to Williams.
And they're 1 of 5.
Dragic against Walker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Dragic has got his first points of the game.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time. Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Johnson attacking, and he gets it to go.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Hornets trail by 6. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Walker. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Now here's Dragic. He kicks it to Whiteside. Lee against Wade. From the arc. And Lee pulls it down. Hornets have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Walker goes in. Banked in off the glass. Walker's got his second basket of the game.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Well, we know until last season the Heat had been the kings of the Southeast Division. They won 4 straight division titles. But all of that changed last season.
And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That's foul number 2 for him. Al Jefferson is checked in for Zeller. Here's Wade. Wade missing again.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Batum with the ball. He's picked up by Dang. Walker the pass to Jefferson. Dragic with some nice D. He'd have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Whiteside sets the pick for Johnson. There's Dragic with the 3. And again, it's the Heat missing. The Hornets have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Williams a screen. Walker with a clean look. Sinks the 3-pointer. Walker's got 7 points in the game. After making it to the playoffs in 2014, the Hornets couldn't repeat the feat in 2015. A slow start probably, Greg, more than anything else did him in.
Really disappointing season coming in with such high expectations, and 33-49 just not good enough to get into the playoffs in any season.
Winslow's checked in for the Heat. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Kaminsky's checked in. Here's Dragic.
You know, for the Hornets, they've not made consecutive playoff appearances since the team moved to New Orleans back in 2002. They just haven't been able to stay consistent enough to make it to the playoffs back-to-back years.
Now here's Dragic. 6 on the shot clock, and it's Dang in the corner. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And guys, what's wrong with the Hornets is that they were a consistent playoff fixture in the late 90s. Still, the team has never made it to the conference finals in its franchise history, and that should be a goal for them in the coming years.
Winslow's shot is off.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
A different look for Miami. Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for Whiteside. Josh McRoberts comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. Charlotte also making some changes. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Lee. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker. Now here's Lin. Here's Jefferson. And the rejection by Stoudemire. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Outside Dragic. Now Richardson. Back to Dragic. There's a good screen. Off the pick. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Lin kicks to Lamb. Kaminsky sets the pick for Lamb. Pass to Kaminsky. Fires from deep. The shot no good. Now the Heat take it the other way. To the paint. And it's Stoudemire with the jam.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Jefferson, a screen on Dragic.
I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. Said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
That one misses. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said. Thank you. And here's Dragic. Following Jeremy Lamb's three. Stoudemire, the screen. Dragic kicks to Winslow. Unloads from 13. And there's the foul. It's on Josh McRoberts. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Charlotte has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And here is Lin. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Pass to Richardson. Tries a three. McRoberts misses.
And, for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still sold out every game here last season. They were among the top teams in the league in total attendance.
Now here's Lin. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jefferson. The basket good off the assist from Lin. Jefferson's got his first 2 points.
That part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
And really, they showed up in force, even as the Heat fell to the back of the pack. the Heat only 20-21 last year at American Airlines Arena, but the fans love them all the same.
And the hope for Jeremy Lin last season was that he'd take a step forward in his development, but it almost was the opposite in his play.
And that can happen. You don't always go a straight line north in your improvement in this league. He's been on an upward swing as far as his shooting accuracy, but last season was the worst since his rookie year in that area.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the first quarter. And Stoudemire gets it to go.
And talking about Lin last season, he never quite gelled with what they were doing in Los Angeles. Both he and Kobe need the ball to be effective. And I got a feeling you guys know which one of those two is going to get it.
And, you know, getting back to Lin, he was actually pretty strong starting out the season. In November, he made 48% of his shots, 37% from downtown. But in April, he only hit 24% from the field and was eventually shut down for the year.
Here's Lin. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first. Kaminsky misses.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now Winslow, following the miss by Frank Kaminsky from deep. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the open man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
That's good from Jefferson on the assist from Batum.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
And it's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Now here's Stoudemire. He's got 7. Dragic kicks to Stoudemire. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Amari Stoudemire, with a change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
I don't think Stoudemire will ever be what he once was, but he is a valuable big to bring off the bench for a contending team in limited minutes.
He hits both from the stripe.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well versed he is as a coach.
Got a piece of it. Lynn with the steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Batum attacking. Count the bucket.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
For Charlotte, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Dragic with a wide open look. Again, the miss by the Heat. Here's Lynn. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Fires the 3, and that is good. Lynn's got the game tied up here for the Hornets. It's all tied in Miami. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor. You know, he may be having fun, but I'm not so sure playing street ball is really working out for Kemba, who needs to shoot better than 38% for the Hornets to go anywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I mean, what might be better than continuing to play the same game you've been playing forever is to take your game to a new level. And that's going to take some discipline. I think Kemba has more than enough talent to be able to do that, but that's his challenge moving forward.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter, we've got Zeller. Kemba Walker is out there with Lee. Then it's Williams. And it's Lamb in at the small forward position. Now here's Walker. To the inside. Here's Zeller. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
And Miami has possession. After the basket by Charlotte. To the middle, poked loose, and stolen by Richardson. Wade on the wing, guarded by Walker, and it's Wade penetrating, and Marvin Williams picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Johnson the screen. Dang attacking to the paint. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Dang. 6 points for Joe Johnson.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Now here's Lamb. 6 to shoot. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here is Whiteside. Back to Johnson. Rebounded by Lamb.
And Charlotte's defense, it didn't really start out incredible last season, but over the course of the year, they climbed the ranks, and by the end of the year, they were fourth.
Pick by Zeller. Walker dishes to Williams. Back to Walker. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Excellent D from Wade. And Clark, you don't think of too many of the Hornets' lockdown defenders, MKG being the big one, but they defended well over the entire season.
And for them, Kevin, rim protection was a big factor. They were a top 5 team in the league in forcing missed shots at their own basket. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Walker the pass to Lamb. Zeller, a screen on Wade. And Lamb kicks to Williams. And he gets it to go.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
The Heat trail by 4. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Johnson. He's got 6. Wade, good.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Here's Walker. There's a screen by Williams. Zeller, a screen on Johnson. Here's Lamb. That one off the back iron and out.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Now here's Johnson. Free throw line jump shot. Again, the miss by Johnson.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Here's Walker. Following the score by Luol Deng. Kicks to Lamb. Back to Walker. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Richardson kicks to Whiteside. Wade against Lee. Fader on the way. Johnson can't hit.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Charlotte.
Well, they've come out of that locker room with the hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
And also like the attack off the bounce. I mean, they're taking the initiative here in terms of getting into the lane and forcing the defense to collapse.
And he sinks the second.
And watching Kemba Walker play, so explosive. An undersized floor general, nasty crossover. Really a scorer's mentality, maybe too much of a scorer's mentality to ever be a great assist man.
Now here's Wade. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
And when he takes it inside, the points are going to come, whether like that possession or just getting to the line.
Greg talking about Walker. You have to love the way he competes, his willingness, Clark, to put the team on his shoulders and carry him.
Love that competitive spirit of his. They're actually figuring out how to use him best, but he's such a dynamic offensive player. You've got to give him room to be creative at that end. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see them double up here.
I agree with you, Clark. They have not been successful with their single coverage.
Kemba Walker with an eerily similar season once again. Stats the last 3 years have ironically been very close.
Yeah, you talked about those 3 years. Almost 18 points a game in around 35 minutes. So did so on just under 16 shots as well. So becoming more and more efficient.
Anomalies when you look at Kemba's numbers, because in each of those seasons he played a different number of games. Just one of those kind of quirky, weird things we pick up on sometimes when our brain is foggy.
Now here's Dragic. Wade has the open look. Off target with his 3. Wade against Batum. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
The turnovers keep coming. They're piling up. It's been a very sloppy start to the game for them, but you know what? They're still in control, in the driver's seat right now.
They are, but they should be up by more. If they could just keep a handle on the ball.
Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Miami. Josh McRoberts comes in for Luol Deng. The Hornets also changing it up. Kaminsky comes in for Williams. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kemba Walker. Now here's Stoudemire.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
I thought Charlotte went to their bench as much as most other teams last season. Those guys ate up time for the starters, but weren't nearly efficient scoring the ball as you might want them to be.
Hornets have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. For the Hornets last season, their bench was weak at times. They just couldn't really score that well.
And the Hornets bench was the only bench to shoot under 40% from the floor for the season.
Now here's Dragic. After Jeremy Lin's miss, it's Dragic with the drive. They now take the lead. Dragic has got 5 points so far.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now here's Jefferson. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
And it's blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. Stoudemire against Jefferson. Now here's Winslow. He's covered closely. Here's Stoudemire. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Dragic from outside.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Dragic against Lee. He feeds it to Batum. Right wing. Here's Jefferson. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And gee, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics, because this game is still yet to be determined.
Here is Lin, the Heat getting the bucket. Outside, Batum. The 3. Miami grabs the miss. Outside, Dragic. The pass to McRoberts. Winslow dishes to Wade. From 12 feet out. Jefferson with the rebound. Jefferson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Screen by Jefferson. Here's Lin. Can't get it to fall.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Winslow with it. Now guarded by Kaminsky. Dragic the pass to Stoudemire. Great D that time from Batum.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Dragic against Len. Right side, Dragic. Now the dish to McRoberts. And it's Wade. That time on the assist by McRoberts. And it's 7 points for Dwayne Wade.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat. But he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
As you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
Outside, Lynn. Charlotte moving it around. Lee kicks to Kaminsky. Feeds it to Lynn. He dishes it to Jefferson. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And for Big Al Jefferson, he's been a great player in this league, but he hasn't played on that many great teams, and he's never made an all-star team. Hard to imagine.
The Hornets have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
So we can't get either to fall. The Heat leading by 4. Dragic with it. He has 5. Back to Wade. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And for Al Jefferson, never making an all-star team. He's got the numbers on offense to get him there. People just feel he's probably, Clark, one-dimensional?
Well, even though the all-star game has no defense for the most part, you usually need to play a little bit of D to have a chance to get there.
And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state. But what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years. But he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
Now here's Kaminsky. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
They were shooting well early on. I like their spacing. I think they should get back to that.
Stoudemire against Jefferson. Stoudemire dishes to Wade. Off the screen. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Batum's got 4 rebounds in this game. Craigie brought the topic of Wade. He's had a chance to make several tough mental adjustments throughout his career.
Well, he's always been a guy willing to alter his game for the good of the team. That's why he's got those championship rings, Kevin. You've got to be flexible, not just talent.
Yeah, when Shaq comes in and joins him, then he had to change away when LeBron came in to play.
Great credit to him.
Yeah.
Great credit to him.
Very admirable. Lee passes to Lynn. for the three. And so the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, I'm with Eric Spoelstra, and obviously, Coach, some great work tonight on the defensive side of the ball. How does the team's defense play into your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the 2-point line as best as we can.
Eric, thank you. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, this has been a good game here after one half. Everybody, welcome back to the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny Smith. Amari Stoudemire taking care of business in this one. He had 13 points, 2 steals, and 1 block. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
The big positive, I think, their points in the paint. They were determined to work the ball inside of Ernie. It worked. It's always worked. I got 4 rings. I know it works for a fact. That's why they call me Dr. O'Neal, because I'm a master at being dominant on the inside. Anyway, you got to keep that going, because that will continue to open things up for them on the perimeter.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Charlotte?
Well, quite simply, their bench showed up tonight. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about on the offensive end, because they were scoring in bunches. Now, you want your reserves to just at least come in and hold the fort, but they did way more than that tonight.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Stoudemire having a good one. 13 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Johnson is out there with Dang, and it's Whiteside in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Clock at 6. Wade kicks to Dang. They get it back. Whiteside, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And I'll tell you guys, I mean, to see the improvement he's made in his free throw shooting in the space of just one season, I think it's been remarkable.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Now, here's Dragic. Back to Johnson, stolen by Walker. Courtney Lee is on the wing. The feed to Williams. Picked by Lee. Williams dishes to Walker. 5 on the clock. Picked by Williams. Baseline try, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. Body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
It's Dragic with the drive. And the foul called on Joe Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
Joe Johnson. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Picked by Lee. Outside, Walker. Courtney Lee is on the wing for the lead. No good. And Miami the other way now. In transition, here comes Miami. And he gets the bucket. 12 points for Wade.
And look, if you're going to allow him to get to the bucket that easily, this lead's going to go from small to big real quick.
Now, here's Walker. 14 points for him. Williams a screen, and it's Walker penetrating. And a wide open look for Zeller. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Dragic with it. He's picked up by Walker. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Oh, nice double pump finish there. Strictly for the fans.
And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard. A lot like you, speed to burn. Very smart guy. Coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the 3 or just taking it to the rack himself.
Hornets trail by 5. Walker goes in. Passes it to Lee. Miami grabs the miss. Whiteside's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms, to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Dishes to Whiteside. Wade passes to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Dragic kicks to Dang. Great D that time from Batum.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on D. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Batum attacking. Outside, Walker. He kicks it to Williams. Now, here's Walker. He's got 14, and the foul called on Joe Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
The Heat making a switch here. Richardson's checked in, and a switch here also for Charlotte. Lamb's checked in, and he gets the bucket. Now Dragic, he's got 8 to the middle. Here's Whiteside. No good. Nice D from Williams. Charlotte has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Walker against Dragic. Walker dishes to Williams. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not. I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Now here's Dragic. The jump hook. Puts it up. Shot clock at 6. Miami no good on that time either. Hornets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And here's Walker. Picked by Zeller. And Walker kicks to Williams. Back to Walker. No good off the back of the rim.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Whiteside sets the bit for Dragic. To the middle. Puts up the baby hook. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung, and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Charlotte making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in. And so he's able to get one of two.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
And he makes both free throws. And guys, over his first 3 seasons, no question, Jeremy Lamb has been a major disappointment. Clark, his game simply didn't seem to evolve at all over that time.
Well, that's why scouting is an inexact science. You know, he was a major piece in that James Harden trade, Kevin, a few years back, but just hasn't found the traction anticipated for him.
Charlotte trailing. Batum passes to Walker. Looking for Jefferson. He gets it there.
Check out the game for Jefferson. He's got 8 points. In addition to that, he's been a rebounding machine.
Clark, he has been clearing space in that paint, just really out-muscling and out-maneuvering everyone.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
No good on that one. Winslow's checked in for Johnson. That one misses. The Heat with the lead. Outside Dragic. Right side a screen. With the teardrop. Tries again. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his second personal foul.
And on the topic of Lamb, he really has everything he needs to succeed. Great length and reason his game just hasn't translated to the NBA level yet. But I think if he can improve his motor, he's going to have an opportunity to be an impact player for a long time.
Kaminsky, he's checked in for Charlotte. And both free throws good from Whiteside.
And, you know, regarding Lamb's development, most scouts felt the weaknesses he did have could be ironed out over time. Well, there's still time. He needs to improve his strength, his ball handling, and his effort on defense. All things well within his control.
Jefferson's shot is off. The Heat leading by 3. Dragic with it. He's picked up by Lamb. Up top, Dragic. He's got 8. Pass to Winslow. 5 to shoot. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. Again, the miss by the Heat. Hornets trail by 3. Jefferson, a screen on deck. Here's Kaminsky. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 3 assists in the game. Dragic dishes to Winslow. Right side a screen. Now here's Richardson. He's covered closely, and that one's good.
The D cannot forget about him like that. He'll light you up big time.
Out Outside, Walker. Pass to Lamb. To tie. Shot's good. Lamb's got it all tied up now for the Hornets.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now, here's Dragic. Here's Richardson. Back to Dragic. In the corner, Winslow with it for three. Rebounded by Lamb. Lamb's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Kicks it to Jefferson. And that misses. That would have put him up. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. There's Winslow. Batum grabs the miss.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both on the backcourt.
And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Heat making a switch here. Nick Roberts is checked in. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Kemba Walker. They set the pick for the lead. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
You know, sometimes the best way to attack size is to go right at it.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hornets?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
Right side, Dragic. Wide open. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Lamb's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Lynn now top the key. Jefferson kicks to Batum. Back to Jefferson. Goes up the baseline. Rebound by the Heat. Winslow with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
And the second free throw, good. Now here's Lynn. He's got 5. Jefferson, a screen on Dragic. Outside, Lynn. Jefferson setting the pick for Lynn. 6 to shoot. And the layup is good. Lynn's got 7 points.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Now here's Richardson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Overall, a down year for the Hornets in the 2014-15 season. A big part of that was that they would struggle on the road.
Yeah, and they had playoff aspirations, but as you said, those aspirations derailed because of the road struggles.
And last season, the Hornets ended with only 14 road wins. Even when they made the playoffs in 2014, they weren't a team that traveled well. It's something the team needs to figure out in order to get back into the postseason.
Wayne Wade's checked in for Miami. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And Richardson drops them both.
And, as you mentioned, the road record for the Hornets was not that good. I mean, they really struggled late in the year when they seemed to almost give up. They lost their last 7 road games and 9 of their last 10.
to the inside. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Richardson. 14 points for Dwayne Wade. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Now here's Wade following the miss by Al Jefferson. And there's the pass to Richardson. And McRoberts now top of the key. Out to the right wing. Winslow's shot is off.
Well, he's gone without a field goal, and that certainly is below par for him. His team has still found a way to get it done.
Over in the corner, Lee will not go. This is off the front iron. The Heat with the lead. Dang passes to Wade. Back to Dang. Puts it up from 15. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
Now here's Jefferson. He's got 8.
And watching Al Jefferson over the years, he can be dominant and be efficient in doing it. For all the points he's piled up, he's always been around a 50% shooter. And for all the times he's handled the ball, his turnover rate is relatively low. So that's giving your team good quality possessions.
Looking to hopefully get something to drop for him at the line, missing badly in this game so far. Talking about Jefferson, it's not just his efficiency with the scoring. He's efficient, Clark, with his time on the floor. He's always producing a block shot here, a steal there, of course. All the rebounds. He covers every base.
Yeah, the data analytics folks rely on percentages to measure efficiency. But just as important as overall production per minutes played, Big Al excels there.
Richardson with it, and it's Lynn picking him up. Richardson dishes to Wade. He feeds it to Winslow. They set the screen. Lynn against Richardson. 17-foot shot on the way. And good. Rockets only bounce off the right side of the rim. There's 10 seconds left in the third. Outside, Lynn. There's the dish to Jefferson. 1 second left. That misses. Would have caught it had it gone in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Heat. They're up by 4. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Hornets trail by 4. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. We've got Jeremy Lin. Williams is out there with Lee. Then it's Cody Zeller. And it's Walker in at the 1. And he gets the bucket. And it's 6 points for Cody Zeller. Heat shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Right side a screen. Johnson a wide open look. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
There's a screen. Lynn against Wade. Teardrop shot. Lynn's shot is off. Richardson kicks to Wade. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. That's good.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
And it's working. As long as the defense gives you space, hey, let it fly.
Now here's Lynn. Inside, out to Lee. Williams, a screen on Wade. Lynn the pass to Williams. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. And it's 8 points for Williams.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Whiteside. Good ball movement here by the Heat. And it's Wade penetrating. Knocks it loose. Just 5 to shoot. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Goran Dragic is checked in for the Heat. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Charlotte. Four on the shot clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Johnson, that's for 2. Miami no good on that time either.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
The drive.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Johnson the screen. Wade outside. Feeds to Whiteside. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lamb dishes to Walker. Picked by Zeller. And Walker kicks to Zeller. Out to the wing. Zeller, a screen on Wade. Lamb passes to Zeller. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
For Miami, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Outside, Dragic. To the inside. Here's Whiteside. Stolen by Walker. Now here's Lamb. He's guarded by Dragic. Williams dishes to Walker. Back to Williams. The shot, no. Walker against Wade. Shot to end this cold run, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. Hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades.
Okay,
one of the best ever.
2 shots.
And that one misses. Greg, you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks, Clark, by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
And he's good on the second.
Take a look at what Hassan Whiteside's done. 17 rebounds, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
Now, here's Walker. He dishes it to Lamb. To take the lead. Good work defensively by Johnson. Miami no good on that time either.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Lee kicks to Walker. Pick by Lee. Zeller setting the pick for Walker. From the high post. And again, the Hornets missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Dragic against Walker. Now Dragic looking to end his cold spell, and it's good on the way in. And the Heat lead by 3.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
D. Wade really playing well in this one.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, guys, I got a chance to hear what Steve Clifford was saying to his team. He told them, guys, we're getting bogged down in the half court. Let's get out and run, see what's available in early offense. If there's nothing there, we can always back it out and run our sets. Good advice, Kevin.
Here is Williams. The feed now to Zeller. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
You know, and for Cody Zeller, after that promising rookie campaign, he just did not tear it up in year 2. In fact, his production only improved slightly, but that was mostly due to the increase in playing time. Talented guy, no doubt, just still trying to find his way in the league.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And for Cody Zeller, Greg, there's a reason he was the 4th overall pick back in 2013. He showed the size and athleticism to be a difference maker in college. And Clark, now he has to do it at the pro level as well, and I think people are pretty confident he can.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with those folks myself because he does have the tools. It's now a matter of transitioning and becoming a little better shooting the ball than he's shown.
Here's Lamb after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Here's Williams, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And guys, you know, last year Marvin Williams signed a big contract, and he did not follow that up with big production. In fact, he tied a career low in terms of his field goal percentage at only 42, and not exactly what the Hornets were expecting from their new stretch 4.
And that one falls for Williams. Well, the thing about Marvin Williams, you know, we know he doesn't create for others. He doesn't generate a lot of blocks or steals. But, you know, the one thing he does, he can hit the boards, he rebounds well, and he's got a pretty good shot from outside.
Yeah, and last season he didn't have any big numbers, but the ones that were at least respectable were in the areas you just mentioned, rebounding and three-point shooting, Kevin.
And Williams drops them both.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Johnson kicks to Whiteside. Whiteside, a screen on Walker. It's Dragic with the drive. Whiteside, no good.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. I mean, he's brought his hard hat and mean mentality to the glass with him today.
Lee passes to Walker. Outside, Batum, just 4 to shoot. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. The Heat with the lead. Williams with the steal. And now here's Lee. The fast break opportunity that gives them the lead.
They've been fighting to get back into it, chipping away little by little, and it's paid off.
Jefferson's checked in for Charlotte. The free throw drops for Lee. Here's Dragic. Pass to Whiteside. The Hornets pull it in. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lee outside. There's the pick. Dishes it to Batum. Walker against Dragic. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Jefferson no good on the free throw. The Heat trail by 4. Johnson outside. He kicks it to Wade. No good, unable to end this run. For Charlotte, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the 4th. And Lee with the basket on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 5th assist in this one. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Dragic dishes to Whiteside, and he jams it with authority.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Hornets leading by 4. And here's Walker. Outside, Batum. His 3-pointers off the mark. Heat shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. And it's Dragic off the drive. Pass to Deng. Johnson with a screen on Walker. Deng kicks to Johnson. Drops in the tray.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Outside, Batum. Walker a screen on Johnson. Lee passes to Walker. 6 to shoot. With the fadeaway. The shot is off. Dragic with some nice D. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it to take the lead. Got a piece of it. Here's Walker. Williams a screen on Dragic, and it's Walker penetrating. Walker missing again.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Johnson in the corner. Fires from the wing, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Now, here's Walker. Looking to end the drought. In for his 7th make in 13 tries.
And he had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on it.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, we usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
No good from Lee.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
No good from Dragic. Hornets leading by 4. Batum attacking. Outside, Walker. Pass to Jefferson. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Dragic. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Well, Joe Johnson in this one, he has 12 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Gets the first. That narrows the lead down to just 3. And so he hits both.
They really had to have those free throws. It's down to a 1-possession lead.
Okay, Miami, now coming up for your Heat answers. Let's hear ya.
Left in the fourth quarter. And Walker kicks to Jefferson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
He's been to the line here more than in the first. I thought he was a bit tentative in that first, but I like the aggressiveness he's showing here now.
And he is unable to get the second one. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Here's Wade. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Here's Jefferson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
It's the first. That will put them up by 2. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Missed a chance to put them up 3. That's going to affect how they set up on defense this trip now.
Johnson against Jefferson. Johnson dishes to Whiteside. No good from 11 feet. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dragic against Walker. Dragic the pass to Deng. He nails it. And we're tied up.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Okay, Miami, now coming up the court are your Heat dancers, Liberia.
Seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Walker kicks to Jefferson. Puts up the baby hook. Oh, off target.
Give it up for your Heat dancers.
Here's Whiteside. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. Regulation is ended, and we're heading to overtime. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number one. Getting going right now. Tip-off goes to Charlotte. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here. Brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Whiteside is out there with Deng. And it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. Charlotte in the lead. Lee dishes to Walker. Banked in off the glass. Walker's got 20.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in the washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
Now here's Dragic. That is good.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Picked by Williams. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Well, as we saw, 4 quarters not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime. Dragic kicks to Dang. Whiteside, a screen on Williams. Dang. And another basket for Miami.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And it's Walker penetrating. And there's Al Jefferson on the assist by Walker. And that's 17 points for Al Jefferson.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Well, he practically has gotten every one that's available. A 20-plus rebounding game is not something we get to see very often, Greg.
He'd have gone 2 of 4 on their shots here in overtime. And it's Dragic off the drive. Lee with the steal. Left side, Batum. And Walker kicks to Jefferson. The pass to Batum. Just 5 on the clock. He feeds it to Williams. Back to Batum. And the foul on Al Jefferson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Hornets making a change here. Zeller's checked in.
Cody Zeller.
We're in overtime. If you've just joined us, 2.5 minutes through it. Dragic with it. Wade. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It goes on Cody Zeller.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Well, Dwayne Wade in this one, 22 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And Wade, no good on that one. Outside, Walker. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Free throw drops for Batum.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Walker's got space. Nails it from the high post. Walker's got 22 points.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Miami calls timeout. Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
The Heat trail by 3. 3 minutes gone now here in overtime. Walker against Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller.
Welcome fans to the FIBA qualifying round. Give it up for your Heat dancers.
Here's Dang. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys. And it's Walker penetrating. Miami grabs the miss. Dragic kicks to Wade to take the lead. No luck. Great D that time from Batum. Hornets have gone 4 for 7 on their shot attempts in the extra period up to this point. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Looking at the clock, just over 3.5 minutes into OT. Wade against Lee. Dang with the screen for Wade. Kicks it to Winslow. Lets it go with the 3. They get it back. Dang can't get it to go.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Here's Batum. Nails it.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
Now here's Wade, and stolen by Zeller. Lee outside. There's the dish to Walker. Back to Lee. Williams kicks to Batum. Picked by Zeller. 5 on the clock. With the shot. And that misses badly. Air ball. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Plus, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or two, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Wayne. 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That brings them within 2 here. And here are the Hornets now. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And that's an intentional foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And here's Miami.
A 3-pointer here might have us headed to another overtime period.
Bang for 3. Can't get the 3 to fall. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Dragic. So a close game sees Charlotte taking this one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
Yeah, when adversity was at its greatest, they came up big. They seemed to relax a little bit once we got into overtime.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here. What'd you think, Shaq?
There must be something about playing on the road that brings out the best in him. I haven't seen this in a player in a while. He gave a very focused and determined effort. And this effort is the biggest reason they're walking away with this win, Ernie, Kenny.
Kemba Walker's game is all about desire, and you can see it. He wanted to win tonight. He ran the show so beautifully. He made big play after big play. His quickness and ball handling is probably top 5 in the league.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.